I want to go over this race Thursday at Churchill Downs because I feel that it could be the opportunity to kind of get a price in here, especially when we look at how the favorite stacks up into this pace scenario. So, first things first is the early pace. I have it between the 3, the 4, and the 6. Now, I have the 3 winning that early pace battle with this line in his last race of 47 3/5 seconds at that 4 furlong mark. I think that we also need to add in the fact that the one horse has been up forward early recently in his races, so that's only going to add to the early pace battle that we can see developing on paper. Now, when we look at the favorite here, the 8 horse, you can see in his last race, he won that gate to wire in first place, fighting actually at the first 2 calls. A race back, he didn't get the lead, and you can see he was in third, and it was only good enough for second. And if we come all the way down to his maiden claiming win, that was in a sprint, and he was able to press from off the pace to win. The thing is, the way I handicap and the way I go about it, he hasn't been able to get a route victory unless he's been in first place. So throw out the past performances right now, and let's just look at the first call positioning. Each horse shows its best race. And you can see that the 3, the 4, the 6, and the 8, their best race routing has been in first place. The issue is that you can only have one person in first. The rest of these horses are going to be eliminated just because positionally they're not going to be where they want to be to win the race. So what I want to do in here is look at off the pace runners of who can pass horses and who's going to be able to sit, 5th, 6th, 7th potentially, and make a move in this race to take over the early fractions. And I have 2 horses in here that I want to look at. And the first one being the 5. Last time out, we can see it was a $25,000 claiming race, so obviously moving up in class today. But look at what he was able to do. Was in 4th, made a positional move into 3rd, cut into the beaten lengths before taking over in the stretch, cutting into the beaten lengths again, obviously, and then drawing off to win by 5 lengths. Now, of course, move up in class is going to be the difficult piece of the puzzle here today, but he's more than happy to allow those front runners to go ahead in front of him, and you can see that in his previous races here. He's not battling for the pace early, and you can actually see all the way back here on August 25th at Remington, when he took the lead, he wasn't able to win the race. He doesn't want to get in front to win a race. He's more than happy to let these other horses get out in front, and he's going to get that in here again today. Again, the step up in class is going to really be the question mark, but pace scenario wise, he fits in here, I think, pretty well. And then the other horse that I think has a shot is going to be the 11. Dropping in class, we actually see coming from Gulfstream Park, so it's going to have a bit of a class edge in here. And he comes in with not so good races, but when you look at how he runs, this race could come back to him. He shows the ability to pass horses, and you can see it 2 races back, was in 4th, was able to press up into 2nd in that race. 4 back, he was in 6th, all the way up to 2nd in that race. And then the race right below that was in 5th, gets up to win it by a neck. Again, he's a horse that can pass. He fits that mold, and he's one that I want to target in here because we can eliminate, I think, all the speed. And I'm not so sure with how this 8 is going to be able to fit into things today. If he wants to sit off, deep off the pace like he did in this maiden claiming win, he's shown that he's not really able to do that. In this race routing, when he was in 8th, was only good enough for 3rd. And then 2 races back, he was in 3rd early up on that pace. And it was only finished 2nd in there. Add in hotter fractions in here today, and he could get sucked up into that pace early and set it up for someone off the pace. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the 5 and the 11 on top in here and look to get a price in this 6 race this Thursday at Churchill. Go to the pinned comment and sign up to my Substack and get a free ebook to help your handicapping and betting.